Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Ask the Alpha. It's your girl here, I'm the Alpha Woman, and today we're going to be talking about safe ways to incorporate healing with blocked off memories. I'm bringing this up as a sequel to the last video that I did where we discussed what blocked off memories are. A lot of us have them, right? I don't expect this to be an easy topic to discuss because it's not an easy thing to go through for anybody, but I do believe that it is possible to properly heal. It's possible to be worked on, and while I do strongly recommend you going to a licensed professional for help, advice, and guidance, I also understand that not everyone is going to do that. We live in a very DIY world. We also live in a world where we may not have the resources to get professionals, and maybe we don't all trust professionals. Very valid reasons, and your feelings are valid, your feelings are heard. I think it's important that when you are looking to heal your blocked off memories, you understand that they're gonna come up, much like triggers, and you're not always gonna know what to do, how to deal with them. But for the most part, when memories get stored in our bodies and they come up, they're coming up so they can come out. The mind and the subconscious have a funny thing. Sometimes they have a way of distorting our memories or changing certain scenes or giving us different perspectives, because there's nothing out here that's linear, and how you remember something 10 years ago might be a different scenario today, right? Depending on where you are in life, your levels of awareness, and how much growth you've done, as well as where you are in your healing journey. I say that to say that it's important that you just maybe keep that in mind and you take baby steps. I do strongly recommend going to a licensed professional because they can practice like EMD or EDMR. I think that's like the eye movement, rapid sensory thing to help your body kind of revisit the memories, but revisit it in a different way, or desensitize you just a little bit so your body's not constantly in shock, because that's what will most likely happen if you look to vigorously regurgitate your memories. Like, it's probably best that you take it slow and steady. Take baby steps the same way how you would with any level of your healing. You can refer back to my trigger warning video, my red flags video. Like, I do speak about it being important to take it at your own step and your own pace, because you know what you can and cannot handle. And even then, sometimes we don't know, but we can try. We don't always know the outcome of what our life is going to be like, but wouldn't you prefer to at least take the steps towards becoming your best self? Taking the steps towards a healthier you, a healthier mindset, and not feeling afraid of something that has already happened and has not taken you out. And I say that as someone that has been through trigger warning, sexual abuse, childhood abuse, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. That's not to compare in any way, but it is to let you know that, like, a lot of the stuff that I speak about is not as easy said as it is done, but it is possible. And I say that with the most empathy that I have in my heart, you know, because it's not easy to acknowledge parts of pain that you've gone through as an individual, or acknowledge parts that your body has a hard time acknowledging. And maybe you want to try to acknowledge it so you can get over it. It's doable, but it might take some steps for you to get there. You're going to have to prepare yourself. You're going to have to make sure that you are safe. I would strongly recommend developing community. Do these things with people you trust. You got a best friend, you got a cat. You might have a cat as a best friend, you feel me? A win is a win. No, I'm serious. Like, maybe talk to a person. Animals are beautiful, but maybe talk to a person that you really do trust, that you really can open up to. It really does help your body to be able to properly process things, as opposed to visiting memories that are too uncomfortable for other people, and it gets pushed down, you know. And it gets pushed down not only for you but for them as well. There have been plenty of people that I have, for lack of better words, explained my trauma to, and they couldn't handle it, you know. Not because, well, I don't think anyone likes hearing about trauma, so let's just give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But I say that to say that it might have been a little harder for them to be on a supportive system, because they probably didn't want to see me hurt. And therefore, that was a big reason why I personally sought out to not only do the line of work that I'm doing, which is, you know, therapy, coaching you guys, and psychology work, but I sought out for my own mental health professionals as well, because I realized it was not something that I thought I could do by myself, as well as I understood that the pain that I had gone through was really deeply rooted, and I wanted to make sure that as I was healing, I was doing things in a way that made it a little less painful until it fully surfaced, right? When I think about repressed memories and trauma, and I think about healing it, I think about scabs. You know, the little scabs you get on your hand, your arm. I have plenty on my chest, as you can see. And I think about cleaning the wounds and putting alcohol on top. And I think about maybe allowing that alcohol to either be you applying it or a close friend. But every time you place the alcohol, it's burning. And the first time that you open up that wound, that motherfucker hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it's really getting in there. But maybe the second time you do it, it's closed up some. The third time you do it, it's already developed a very soft scab. And the fourth time you do it, you realize you don't even need to do it, because there's now a protective layer and shield that has healed over and grazed. That's how I like to look at those kinds of memories and trauma. And while you may still have the marks on you, and while you still may have the feeling of pain and maybe a little bit of scar tissue, you have healed. It has not taken from you, and you don't have to worry about it infecting you or your life any other time. It's just there. It's a part that has happened to you, but it is not any longer of you, right? I'd like you to keep that analogy in mind while you're working on the things that you're doing. I know that I said I'd be speaking about actual things that would help, so I strongly recommend very light exposure therapy if you are used to, or if you are involved in a safe space within your environment for exposure therapy, such as, for my brother, I was recommending him go to the park more, because he mentioned to me that there were certain memories from when he was like 7 that he just doesn't remember, and when he does remember, he gets angry, and he's entitled to that 100%. But that's not something that anybody wants for their loved ones or for even themselves. He doesn't want to be angry. I don't want him to be angry. So I tell him to take those same steps that you did while you were in that environment. But bring a friend, ride your bike, journal while you're out there. Allow your mind to create some new memories in that environment, if that's what you would like to do. Because you always have the option on opening the door to seeing what it was that bothered you, or completely closing it and locking it up. Both are completely valid, and both are your choice and decision. I only sometimes recommend opening the door up so you can release what was behind the door and then lock it. I hope that this video helps. Bye for now.